Good day, everyone. Hello out there. Okay, so today's subject is going to be on what I learned, right, from working in the community. And so this one is just like something that I guess we don't do. Like I know for me on the southeast side, it was something like when you're doing something new and innovative, right? It's gonna be hard, right? You can steady introduce the idea, but you have to wait until the people kind of catch up or they finally see it, right? You just like got to keep introducing it at meetings, right? So like you can have a program in your head, right? And you can write it out, go look up everything, go look up like when you get a program in your head, you can't just go with the program. Let me just say that you got to go look up the theory that goes with that. What does it cover? What is it going to be doing? You got to find the budget, like how you going to pay for it and all of that, right? So you can have all this stuff, but you got to figure out everything. That means your mind got to be kind of like, this is the theory it's going to touch. You got to go find the theory. You got to go find the money. And you got to get the buy-in from the community, right? Or whatever organization you in. That's just how it goes. It ain't something like, oh, I thought of this idea. Great. This is how it's going to go. Oh, it's a group project. Nope. That is not it. Yeah, school was like that, but the real world, nah, it ain't like that. Like, your butt is literally a research queen or king. Like, you done looked up everything that involves everything that this program gonna touch. You look up the qualitative and the quantitative. That means the numbers and then the word part of what is it touching, what is it doing, okay? But what is it doing? Oh, it's feeding the gap between the children and between the youth and the seniors. The qualitative, how many people did it touch? It touched 2,500 people. That's what I'm talking about. So you gotta like quantitative, qualitative. You gotta like know it, however this stuff goes. Okay, boom. Um, Today we talking about capacity building. All right. So let's just say you got your for profit and your nonprofit set up, right? Then here you go. You looking into the community, and then you realize, oh, the seniors need help. Like my seniors are not participating, so therefore, when they get to be seniors, a senior needs to give back, needs to be able to pass that information, needs to be listened to, needs to not, needs to be taught computers, how to get on Facebook, because we in a different age, and needs to be shown how to video tape. Like these are things that like programs that I did, and we got the youth involved, right? So one of them was the seniors need to learn computers. So what we did, the youth went to this is before COVID. The youth went to the seniors' home, and then they taught the senior how to get on Facebook, how to video talk with their grandkids, because that was all they wanted to do, huh? Video talk with your grandkids. Okay. So that was one. How to get Facebook on their phone. How to do the privacy. How not to get their stuff hacked. So it was different things. Like it's better that it come from a youth. Like I'm always like, hey, let the youth. I always tell youth when they show me something, thank you for bringing me into 2022, because they didn't have to show me that. Like them showing me, it bridges my gap so that things are easier on me. So I can give them some and they can give me some, right? And it's a compromise, like say when I was working at Amazon, right? Or the contractor at Amazon, however you want to say it. I wasn't into all that music, but hey, I listened and I was like, oh, it's really telling a story. Okay. Like, what's that girl? Not Doja Cat. Or Doja Cat or whatever. I would have never just listened to no Doja Cat, but oh, they had me listen to it, and I listened, and I was like, okay. And then I turned on my music for them, so I had them listen to some Southside, some Lil Kiki, some DJ Screws, some Take It Back all the way, to some you know, stop, SPC, all kind of different stuff to introduce them, because for them they might not have heard this. So we just kind of did like an even exchange. It bridged the gap, because you got to look at, I was working with kids that I could have had, so it helps you to have patience, and it helps them to be able to say, oh, okay, she listened to me. Okay, how did you think we should do this? Okay, no, that's not going to work. Let's go with this. Let's try it your way. And we tried your way, and if it don't work, it don't work. But at least you seen that your way didn't work. And then here we go. Boom, let's do it. Let's try this way. Boom, boom. I taught them a faster way to do it. If I worked with anybody, I push them to go ahead and learn and go on to whatever you call it. This job was just a passing. It was not for you to make a career out of it. It's not a career. That wasn't that type of job. It was for you to get what you get, survival right now until I can get to the next. But moving back to capacity building. So capacity building is when you have a program. If you say you need seniors, then there might be a program right down the street that's already doing for seniors. What you can do is, it's a thing that I had learned, and it's called an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. You do a memorandum of understanding with that program, and then what happens is you refer your people that come in to their program, okay? And that way, when they get in, you already pretty much started the process for that program, right? You did the intake, you learn, you got to basically go over to that program. They teach you what's their intake process, and then when your client that comes into your program, you still can count that as your client, right? That means you're still operating under your grant. Then what you do, you refer them over to another program, which is what we call wraparound services, right? You got them in, you did the intake, you did what where they needed to go. Or let's say another program might be not Interfaith Ministries, but what was it called? Work Faith, right? So people come in, they have a hard time getting a job, they go through the Work Faith program, they teach them how to write resumes. You don't have that at your program. So what you do a memorandum of understanding with WorkFaith. Then WorkFaith goes in, and when your person needs a job, you refer them to WorkFaith. You have done the intake process. You still count that under your grant, right? That's still your client, but you refer them. Like, you don't have to have all these programs under your nonprofit. Find you a school, find you counselors, and whatever your program needs. I mean, I did a lot of memorandums of understanding when I worked with Main Street Ministries. Main Street Ministries, they offer things like ID. They help, like, when you done got in trouble and got, like, some people get in trouble and they get them arrears and they can't get that off of their license. So then that's causing you not to be able to work. So people will come in, they'll get there. Okay, then when they get there, they might need help with a job. So I already had a program on there where I could find them a job. It was already, there. So I can go in and look, well, what kind of job you looking for? Well, let's get your resume together. Okay. Then, you have a memorandum of understanding where you can send them over to WorkSource. But first, go find out these people's, what they do. Not just talk to them on the phone. Go pretend. Like, I did a lot of pretending I was a customer so that I could see what my client is going to have to go through. It's a lot of things, like go pretend that you're a customer. Look at what their customer service. That way you need to see how your client is going to be impacted. You don't want them going there and then they turned around and, you got to go see. Make sure this is what they offering. Like, because sometimes people get it. You need to know. I like to know how my client is going to be impacted when they get over there. Yeah, they might get over there and the customer service might end up stopping them. That means that they wraparound service them being impeded because they got over there and it was bad customer service. They couldn't help them with the resume. You kind of need to see, like, what is their mental capacity? Could they take this? you gotta like know, so when you meet your clients and all this kind of stuff, you gonna get to know, and this is confidential, you gonna get to know their diagnosis and all that, because you have to. So that's why I say, you social work, we cross so many paths. Yes, I might work political. Yes, I might be administrator. Yes, I might be the one coming up with the program. But when that client comes in, I still got to be able to diagnose. I still got to be able to assess. I still got to be able to figure out, well, where can they go to get this help? Well, if I have what's called a resource book, that means when you start out the year or whatever, you need to go around whatever community you in and see what resources you have. Where can you refer your clients to? And that's a continuous thing. That's why you can't just be locked up in the church. You got to be out in the community, because if not, you're not going to know what's going on. It's just like, even if you say, hey, we the church and we want to affect these schools, well, somebody from their church or whoever live in their community got to go meet the principals of these schools, and it don't have to be one person. You could use not use them, but the seniors. This could be something that the seniors not, I say, attack. You make a plan, you meet, and you say, okay, we gonna attack this, and you just move in movements. We gonna attack the school. We gonna build a relationship with the school. You definitely need to build a relationship with the school that's where your church is, because that's who's coming to your church. If you're trying to do the community, those are the people that's coming into your church. So you want to know what's going on in the school, because you're gonna need to be able to figure out, what do my petitioners need? What kind of service? And it's not just always Bible study. Like, sometimes you got to refer them to counseling. Sometimes they might need food or school clothes. So if you have or know where these programs are at, you can do it. That's why, yes, at the beginning of the school year, had a wraparound person come meet the pastor, or not. It don't just have to be the pastor. The pastor can delegate that to another member who that might be their calling or whatever. I mean, it's up to the pastor. So, and it's up to the church or board or whatever to figure that out. All right, that is it. And also, you want to get your petitioners like into community classes that are free. So these community classes, you need to link up with different nonprofits. Like, just from taking a class with these nonprofits, it done got so bad out here now. They giving you incentives to take a class that's free. Like, they basically paying you to take a class that's free. So what are we doing? We don't got no excuse on how to improve our community, how to improve yourself, how to network, and how to move forward. All right, y'all, I'm done.